Well, hello everyone. This is Frank and Donna Farr down here in Katy, Texas again, and we have our friend Cathy Nation with us and her sister. She says it's her mother, but it looks more like her sister, Miss Louise. But we're just going to share some of our experience with the patches. But first of all, we're going to tell you we're not doctors, so we do not diagnose, treat, prescribe for any disease or condition. We're just sharing our experience with the patches, and since everyone's body is different, your experience may be different as well. But again, Miss Cathy, we're going to turn it over to you and tell us about your journey with the patches, please.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us. Yes, this is my mom, Louise, and I'm Cathy Nation. We reside in just north of Atlanta, Georgia, in Jefferson. Georgia is the name of the town. We have been wearing our patches for 26 months. This past March was 26 months. And our testimonies are very similar, but also very different. But I'll give you mine first, and then I'm going to let mom talk a little bit. But I had two issues when I was first introduced to the patch. And one was a lot of sun damage, a lot of skin dryness, redness, and digestion. I competed back in 2010 on a bodybuilding circuit and went through a lot of different foods, diets, just different things, real extreme dieting you can imagine to compete on stage. And so I felt like part of that was just things that I had to, live with, so to speak, taking different supplements to get that to settle down a lot of times, never eating certain foods at all. So when I was introduced to the patch pretty healthy, I thought I don't need it, but I was open to listening because the phototherapy technology just seemed incredible and one of its kind. And as we soon learned that it is. So I immediately saw within a couple weeks of wearing the patch, my skin change and fine lines, just brown spots, just different things. And then also with the regard to the digestion, less stomach aches immediately. This was probably maybe the third or fourth day. I no longer have any of those type of episodes where I have to take magnesium or lay off of certain things or watch what I eat very carefully. I still do eat, you know, fairly proper nutrition, but it allows me, if I do want to have something that's out of the ordinary, I can still do that and know that I'm not going to have to stay at home, for the rest of the day. And so when it came to my mom, I'll let you tell your testimony about your eye exam.
Yes, I was in uh, my early 90s and went to the eye doctor for my regular checkup. And he said my eyes have improved over the last visit. And he was just overwhelmed and really couldn't figure it out why in my 90s they would improve. But I'm so thankful that they have, of course, and I stay on the patch every day. And
They had to change your prescription 2 whole points.
yes,
All her glasses.
yes,
He wanted to know what kind of patch, didn't he? He just
yes.
didn't understand what it was. So we had to show it to him.
He listened, but that was the end of it. Yeah.
As most doctors do, right? They just listen, but they don't do.
See you till next visit.
And then how about your Mohs surgery that you had after? It was in August a year ago.
Yes.
The after, how quickly you healed after.
Yes. I had that on my upper lip. They cut me just below my nose and into my upper mouth. The roof of my mouth had stitches from the cancer. But I praised the patch, and the doctors said, "You are healing very fast, more so than other people have." And I praised the patch for that also, because also of my age.
Right.
I'm doing very well.
And they didn't even have her come back
No,
for a checkup after because it no stitches. They all resolved and dissolved, and they said they couldn't believe it. Of course, that team, that surgeon and those nurses too are like, what patch? And then your regular general practitioner, we've been going to now about 4 years since you've been living with me. And her medication is like a 5 milligram blood pressure medicine. I mean, that's it. And she doesn't have to have, it doesn't increase. It's always leveled out. And she's the
Wow.
same. That physician is like, tell me about this patch.
Right.
So they're very pleased. And mom's skin and her hair's grown. It's gotten
My hair.
thicker.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Wow. That's
To be
amazing.
my age and have the,
full head of hair.
Is unusual. Yes.
And we have been using X39, just so everyone knows. I know there's multiple, patches or
Right.
many patches. And then the Alavita, we like that. It's the skin care system. We like that patch because we like the cream that comes with it, the day and night cream. As far as the other patches, we haven't really had, in a good testimony, good way, we haven't had the need or even, utilize the others. I've ordered a few to just kind of sample people, but I have not had to regularly use those. And so that's it.
Right. Well, Steve, or David, I'm sorry, Schmidt, the inventor and founder of the company, says that the X39 does a little bit of what every other patch does. You know, so the others just enhance and back it up as well. When you first started wearing the patch, did you go through any detox or anything?
I did have a little bit of, and mom had too, some stomach, like we felt like, and I had her just kind of cycle off, take a little break, come off of it a day or two and right back on. For
Right.
me, I knew it and I kind of just increased the water and electrolytes. But for her, I didn't want it to seem maybe strong at her age, just kind of get back into it, gently. But I had it, but it was very minimal. And it was a couple days, like during the day at about 11 o'clock, and then it subsided. And I was used to battling it so much that it was mild compared to what I had been through. But I was glad the person that signed that shared this with me had explained you might go through as healthy as you feel, you might feel some detox and effects. So I'm glad that she had shared that with me so I knew what to expect.
And that's just a good sign that it's all working.
Yes, for
detox
sure,
starts,
Donna, for
it's
sure.
working. It's working. So I noticed your mom, I think on Facebook, she was out walking recently, the driveway.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I walk every day.
Weather
That's
permitting, yeah, she's out and about and
Or walk in my beautiful place here. If I have something to put in a room, I make 2 trips instead of one.
One.
right.
Get those
I'm
steps.
putting things away, I just keep walking back and forth or
Right.
whatever. But I still do a little tiny bit of cooking. But hers is so good, I wait for her to bring me my meals.
but she can cook herself, and the doctor
Right.
encourages us. She said it's good for her to do, makes her own bed, does her own laundry and all those things, because it gives not only a purpose, but you're still moving. You
Yes.
can't just
Yes.
sit
Yes.
still.
Yes.
And Cathy, I know you got such great results, and your mom got such great results, and then you started referring some people, and basically now, do you really have to pay for your patches, or?
No, sir. I earned my patches about the third month after I had been in using the patches, been involved with LifeWave. The third, fourth month was like April after I started in January. And I have earned my patches ever since, just by
Wow.
referring new enrolled people.
Right. And it's so simple to do. Now, like I say, you've been doing this now for quite some time. What do you say to people that say, well, I tried these things for 3 days or 2 weeks and nothing happened?
Yeah, I had run a personal training business back when I was competing. And so a lot of that I try to refer to people and I say, David Schmidt has the science that the patents were based on a 90-day wearing and wearing the patch and consistently. And so I encourage people before they, or if they have already tried, that the 90-day mark is definitely something that they need to be, prepared to do. That would be the best result. That at
Right.
least give it 90, and then also the 1 decade for a month for every decade that you are old. He also says so. When I get a 50-year-old person, I say, you want to commit at least 5 months to wearing it.
Right. Exactly. Well, that's great news. I know that I've been on them for how many months now, dear?
18?
18 months.
19 months, I guess.
And
Yeah.
you couldn't sue me and make me quit.
That's
Mhm.
right.
I don't want to go back to where I was.
Mhm.
I had no life, you know. And if you've ever seen my testimony in September 2024, I was sitting around waiting to die and wanting to die. I was that miserable, you know. But they've given me my life back, and I look forward to seeing our grandsons grow up now. And I got such a beautiful wife, I don't want to leave her either.
That's
So,
right.
so thank you so much. Y'all honored us so much with your time and your information. And people need to know this. They need to know how they helped you and how they helped Miss Louise too, you know.
Mhm.
So we sure do appreciate your time that you have honored us with this. So thank you very much. And if we can ever help you, you give us a shout. Now, folks out there, if you're watching this video and you know Miss Cathy or Miss Louise, you want to know more information about the patches, just get in contact with them and they will give you all the information you need and show you how to get the best price as well. Or if you know Donna or I, get in contact with us. We'll help you the same way. Or whoever shared this video with you, get back with them and they will help you as well. Thanks and God bless
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you.
You
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you all so much.